There it is. I think.
Can't be messing with that dial-up no more, man. It's 2017.
He's trying to tap into his neighbor's Wi-Fi. He's trying to use his neighbor's.
I know, man. I'm sitting here. I gotta go check that big cable out in the back. I might have cut that sucker while I was cutting the grass yesterday. I don't know what's going on, man. It's all good. You know what it is? It's the T-shirt. My bad, Dollar. I got on. I got the Jumpman on. My bad.
That's all right. That's all right. Respect.
Yeah.
So I guess we just might as well set it off with Mayweather and McGregor. Might as well set it off with that.
Oh my God. Let's get that out of the way.
For it. That's quick. I won't be paying for it. So.
Hey, I can't. I'm not gonna mention it because we're recording this, but I got my ways and I ain't paying for it either.
Anybody pay for that? They just wasting their money, man. That's a joke, man.
It absolutely is, man. But there's so many people that don't realize that, though.
Yeah. But I mean, people waste money on entertainment and stuff, man. So I guess if you want to waste your money on that, you can. But doesn't make any sense, man. There's no way this novice is gonna walk in off the streets and beat a guy who professional boxers have never beat before.
But there's always a chance.
Some cat.
Or you don't know. There's always a chance. Any given Sunday, Saturday. When is this mess taking place? I mean, this fight.
What is it? August 26th or something like that. August 26th.
August 26th could be that day.
It should be April 1st next year.
Right.
How about February 29th next year?
Yeah. That's a good one too.
I'm just saying, man. Like, what? I mean, is any of this good for boxing as opposed to is good for MMA? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is a lot better for MMA than it is for boxing because
I agree.
Yeah. So
it's good for Mayweather, but it's not good for boxing.
Right, because he's gonna get a check. And that's what all Mayweather wants.
And isn't his production company or whatever it is, don't they? I thought I saw that they have the undercard too. Like they got promotion rights or something for the undercard. So he's getting it coming in. Yeah, he's getting paid coming and going.
So is the undercard going to be MMA or boxing?
No, it's going to be boxing.
Okay.
Boxing.
Yeah, it's going to be under Mayweather Promotions.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets all his fighters and he gets to cut all of them. Plus what he going to make for the exhibition that he about to put on.
Corey, tell me, you went through this a lot. What's the numbers looking like? What you think he gonna?
The numbers haven't been released, but the bottom line is Mayweather say he wouldn't accept less than 9 figures, so he's getting at a minimum $100 million.
Jesus.
Exactly.
I gotta go out of the screen for a second.
Mayweather just make me feel like I'm not doing the right thing in my life.
Right. Jeez.
Dollar, that just hurt my chest. Jesus, $100 million, like it was
$100 million for 30 minutes.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to work on getting 10. I'm trying to work on getting 20% of that for my retirement. You know what I'm saying? In my 401.
And looking at these people,
I'm even gonna go 30 minutes.
That's so excited about this. It's just like, what is wrong? Why can't people see the obvious here? People know what's about to happen.
The okie doke.
This ain't a UFC contest. It's a boxing match.
I mean, you would think after all of the hype with the Pacquiao fight, which everybody, there were some people that, really thought there was a chance for Pacquiao to beat him. I mean, that's legit. But you could have made a legit case of a professional boxer that has a pedigree that was beaten. And he just made that dude look like, took him to school. And then you're going to put this dude in there, McGregor.
Well, maybe this is the start of something new. Maybe we'll have, in the next fight, like Triple G versus The Rock. Or Triple G versus Triple H.
Let's just bring back Rocky versus Hulk Hogan and let's just get it over.
Why don't we participating that at all?
Rocky versus Hulk Hogan, baby.
Why don't we start mixing sports, man? Why don't we just let since he's an athlete, why don't we let Odell Beckham play one-on-one against LeBron James and
there we go.
Just all kind of silly stuff like that, whatever though, man. If we're gonna do that, it doesn't make any sense.
It'll make money.
Dak Prescott against the baseball player. We're gonna have him play baseball. That's what we're doing now. Okay.
Home run derby. You're gonna do the home run derby out there.
I like it.
So let's go, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this whole finals thing, man. I'm just gonna say one thing. I mean, Oren, I appreciate your prediction and all. I mean, you can send those 6 numbers for the lottery pick. The lottery for this week. You want to send them out?
I'm gonna run through my side first, and then I'll get them to you. Whatever.
Okay. I mean, but at the end of the day, I think everybody here can agree. I think we all kind of wanted to pick the Warriors in 5. We just kind of didn't want it to happen that way. You know what I'm saying? I think some of us kind of wanted Cleveland to kind of play a bet, win a couple games. But I think everybody in their right mind was thinking, Warriors in 5 probably. Yeah.
It's more about giving them respect for me because
I was trying to. I did, yeah.
Right. Because it's like we said last week. You never know when JR is going to have that monster game and just shoot lights out.
Which he did, and it still didn't
matter. Which he did. It was game 5.
Game 5.
Game 5 was really the best game of that entire series. Well, for a sports fan in general, if you were just looking for a good competitive game, Game 5 was the best of all of them. I personally enjoyed games 1, 2, and 3 because, I like seeing the Cavs get run out the gym. Let me make this point. Here for that.
Let me make this point real quick, and then I'm gonna turn it over to the other experts in basketball. They beat them in 5, but let's really put it in perspective. Game 3, they were only 2 plays from winning that game.
Yeah. Now game 3 was a good one.
And you saw and I don't know if you saw my post, but you come down in the clutch. LeBron shoots a 3. I mean, Kyrie shoots a 3 instead. He's been taking it to the rack all game.
All night.
Nobody's stopping him. And then he pulls up. And then, of course, the Durant shot over LeBron, which, we'll get into the whole LeBron, whatever. But if they win game 3 and somehow still have that historic shooting night in game 4, we're having a different conversation. So I'm not saying that it is what it is. They lost. But the point I'm making, and they probably would have lost maybe, but it wasn't like they couldn't have won game 3 and had game 4 coming back for game 5, and then we're in game 5 for a while. And if J.R. Smith, he got hot, but it seemed like he only got the ball when they passed it to him. It's like, give it to him. Y'all better milk this cow. They should have been.
Yeah, he was hitting pretty much everything he put up.
Man.
Finally, I'm sure, where you been all series. But
so I don't know. I mean, I'll let Tori. I'll let you take on. Go first on that one, man. I thought it was a little closer than what it really was, but I still thought the Warriors was going to win.
Yeah. So first, let me just say, I don't think that the resident Cleveland Cavaliers LeBron James fan is sick. I think he just scared to face the music. So let me put that out there. All right. My man, he doing all this talking tough on Facebook, but he can't face the music. I need him to show up. He need to play hurt. All right.
Right.
I'm gonna have to hit him up, see what's going on.
Kevin Love.
All right.
Wait, Jason, I mean, with the sniffles, we could get your cough dropped.
I'm disappointed.
I'm about to hit him right now.
I know what I came here to see. I'm disappointed.
Some Robitussin.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Some Tussin on it.
Get some of that Tussin in you.
Outside of that, Pete, basically, listening to everything you said, all you saw was the optical illusion, man. That's all you saw. It's just you just wanted to be there. You just wanted to be there, but at the end of the day, what happened because they were just playing a team that was just supremely talented over them to the point where you couldn't take any breaks. You had to play the only game they won was a game where they got the cheat code and all the hot spots on the court.
Up, down, left, right, A, B.
And they still almost lost the game. I mean, they still had to play all the way through.
They had to do this because they was like stinking dudes in the crowd trying to win the game.
Because a 10-point lead against the Warriors, you still got to keep playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So, remember double dribble? That one spot that you had on the floor?
Absolutely. That's
all it was.
That's it. I mean, like I said, it was just a blip on the radar. And the fact that they were able to compete is just a testament. I give LeBron his props, a testament to how good LeBron James is. Averaged a triple-double during the damn finals, and it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Think about that for a second. When have you ever heard that a player averaged triple-double? A player that averages. Think about this. A player that averages 35 plus points, 34 points a game. It didn't matter.
It matters not.
They had a razor thin margin of error, man. They had to, like you said, they had to not only play well at some point, but you're gonna have to play well and then have them kind of not play their best at the same time, and then do that 4 times. It wasn't going to happen, man. And they were overmatched. I almost was thrown off by the Eastern Conference Finals, the way they played or whatever. Man, like, damn, I know they're good, but are they that good or whatever? Man, and I had to just take the whole thing, the whole season into account and how they have been playing defense and everything, and said, no, it's not going to happen, man. And
it was just an illusion.
It wasn't. It didn't make sense. I couldn't.
And I would like to say too that because when last time we talked, I was like, it really is going to depend on Kevin Durant and if he actually shows up playing against LeBron James. And that dude showed up and showed all the way out. He had a heck of a series. Yeah. And the only time where I was just like, where is he? A little bit was the third quarter of Game 3 when he didn't score at all. And they were in Cleveland and I was worried. I said, oh Lord, he's going to go back to the old Kevin Durant. And then he kind of lulled them to sleep and they forgot about him. And in the fourth quarter, he was like, oh, you looking for me? Right here. Hey. He had a heck of a series. He played really well.
Is that Dion in the house?
It's the warehouse.
Like, be advised, the warehouse is
fellas.
The warehouse.
Man, Dion from the warehouse. He, a couple of seasons ago, he had to escape. He was in there being held hostage.
Yeah, we were under attack. We came under some heavy.
I'm saying though, man. Well, welcome to the party. But like I said, I'm looking at that series and I'm just like, so here's what I told somebody. I said, I get the whole term super teams and we can have the conversation. But Tori, you know where I'm going with this. Right? Y'all know if I'm going with this. You are as good as your competition allows you to be relative to the era you play in. So that's why I always think it's difficult to start comparing people from different eras, because just because you're an all-star in this era don't mean you would have been all-star in another era and vice versa. I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Relative to the people you're playing against. But the thing about Golden State is, take the all-star out of it, take the superstar out of it. They got guys that other teams don't have relative to just the pure skill set on offense. Pass, dribble, shoot. They got like 8 guys that can pass, dribble, shoot. Cleveland had 2.5. Kyrie, LeBron, and J.R. Smith when he gets going. So when you only got 2 guys that can pass, dribble, shoot on offense, and everybody else is specialists or everybody else needs help to get their shots, and you got the other team where 4 out of the 5 players on the court, and sometimes all 5 are pass, dribble, shoot options, it doesn't lead. I mean, you literally got to have monster shooting games and play games offensively from Kyrie and LeBron. And there were a couple of games where Kyrie didn't play, like he played better than most players, but it wasn't enough. He had to play at an elite level like every game. And you notice in that last game, he had some turnovers. A couple games before that, he didn't get to the 30 mark. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really his fault. I mean, you're looking at this team, like you say, Tori, it's inferior. They don't have enough skilled guys on offense. And that's just what I saw it. I was like, they were enough people.
But they were the same team that won the year before, which takes me back to the point of how important that bogus Draymond Green suspension really was.
Yeah,
because that completely threw everything off in that series, and then all of a sudden, after LeBron and the coach had sat there and whined the entire time about how LeBron gets no calls, and then the next game after that, it was like foul central on the Warriors. So that totally makes a difference, because people are like, well, the Cleveland team wasn't matched. And no, they were the same team that won the championship. The exact same team.
But Golden State wasn't.
Okay, yes, the Warriors added Kevin Durant. I get that. But everything else on that was exactly the same. And although Kevin Durant had a monster series, the only other factor that was different in this series is that Steph Curry wasn't on the bum ankle like he was the time before.
But what you got was you got a great team and a great system in the Warriors playing against a team that's not really a great team. They fit LeBron James, so they got a bunch of shooters and stuff like that. Whatever they mentioned, they kind of catered to his game was he can do driving, kicking on it. That's not actually a great team. That's a team full of, like you said, specialists and guys who have one role, but they aren't actually a unit like that to, be the team like Golden State. This is clicking. Man.
Or let me add on to that. You had a great team with a great system.
Right.
Playing a team that, okay, we just gonna freestyle. Like, okay, what you got?
You got
the hot hand. I'm gonna pass off to you. And at times that will work. It works good when you got LeBron James who can just barrel down the lane and whatever, and there's a freight train going downhill. You got Kyrie pounding the ball for 20 out of 24 seconds.
Yeah.
Then what? Now he can make all the acrobatic shots in the world, and it's a good highlight. But at the end of the day, when you going up against, I guess, the next best thing to the Monstars that we got, how you gonna stop that?
You don't.
Yeah. I mean, look at it from this perspective too. The way that the NBA game has changed, it's like football. Everything is kind of leaning towards offense. I mean, let's be real. Nobody played any defense in that series. I mean, come on, man. We talking. I mean, Cats averaging 125 a game. I mean, I'm saying they played some, but it wasn't something where you looked up and said, I got confidence that this team's gonna get a stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't see a series.
They played just enough, and they played more than they did last. And the Warriors played more defense than they did last year.
Yeah, but I'm looking at
bad boys out there.
Yeah, but when I'm looking at it,
definitely played more than they did last
bad boys, you can tell.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of this. Because the game is going perimeter, right? So if you got shooters, it's to your advantage. Arguably, Golden State's got the best 3 shooters in the NBA on the same team.
Yeah, I don't think that's the argument.
So I think when I look at that factor, which is a factor I looked at, but I really didn't look at it until I watched these games. Either one of those 3 dudes get a clean look, it's lights out. And the way that they play that system, like we were saying last year, that's not Harrison Barnes over in the corner. And by the way, Tori, you love watching the chess game. You saw when they was trapping Curry with Jaja. They was like, you know what? We're going to go with that 1-3 switch with Durant. And if you trap Curry off of Durant, you leaving Durant open with space. And now Durant's over there like, okay, if you come up on me, I go by you. If you stay off me, I'm going to shoot the 3. And it's a whole different concept when you got arguably the second best shooters sitting in the corner open, every other play on offense. So, and then, oh, by the way, Kevin Love only showed up twice. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, if Kevin Love is not going to show up every game, you're not going to win that. You're not winning. It's just not going to happen.
And the scary thing, how you're not going to win, they just started this, man. It's been, 10, 11 months of them doing this, whatever, man. So, they actually got a whole training camp and a whole season and everything now to really, really get clicking offensively. How can they, yeah, man, they just doing this. So you remember how the Heat that first year, they had a little bit of a time adjusting and everything, and even when they made it to the finals and, LeBron didn't show up or whatever, though, man, but it still took some time to gel. This is really the beginning of them doing this or whatever, though, man. So it can get ugly in the next 2 or 3 years, man, with this situation, man. I don't know how guys are going to adapt. I know the
might be with Tori.
Usually tries to find a way to keep up.
I might just wait
but
watch to see.
And to that point too, in terms of the Cavs, in terms of people thinking about what the Cavs gonna do now, and of course all kind of names are being thrown out there, the Chris Pauls and the Paul Georges and all that. So you first of all, they can't sign anybody that's super over the salary cap. Y'all need to take your pieces that you got, and just this is what the guys used to do back in the day, and change your game, develop your game, whatever, and get the most out of the pieces you have. J.R. Smith is a super duper athlete. Just don't need him to always be just standing in the corner, relegated to being a spot up shooter, whatever. Get the guy moving, get him going to the basket or whatever, though, man. You saw a couple little buckets that Kevin Love did get in, I think the last game, the closeout game. He had some post moves or whatever, though, man. Throw the ball into the post, let the man score in the post sometimes, whatever, though, man. Instead of they all trying to do this thing, y'all don't have to be Golden State and try to put 4 shooters out there and let LeBron James just drive and kick or whatever, though, man. LeBron, it's been 15 years now, man. It's time to go in the post, man, and get you a post game, bro.
So I had a conversation. With somebody that way.
You gotta stop. I know you do not want to do this for your whole life. Go down there in the post, man, and get some points. That might conserve some of your energy so you're not running out of gas in the fourth quarter. These are things they can do within their system. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with Kyrie Irving. He don't play no defense. He's gonna be out there just shooting, going 1-on-1. Maybe they have to deal with that, or maybe they can get a real point guard in there because he's not a point guard. He just happens to be the shortest guy, and then he can score whatever, though, man. Yeah. So I don't know with that, but there's other things they can do, man, with the pieces that they got. So not all this bring other people in. Go ahead, man.
I don't think they have enough pieces. Yeah. I mean, I don't care what they can move them. They can play checkers and they can get kings. And
Dollar, what's up, man?
What up, big
Dollar in the house, boy. Look at Dollar. I ain't seen you in the
no doubt. You about to get it in, man.
I mean, but you know, I don't mean to cut you, but I agree with you. LeBron James has shown us that he can't produce without a supporting cast. Well, but that's most teams, but I get that. But what I mean is that the other guys have to come off the bench and they gotta contribute, man. They have to contribute, and they can't be liabilities.
But there ain't enough. There ain't enough talent.
It's not
available for the right price. Get them what Pete said at the beginning, which is to have a whole team of guys that can dribble, pass, shoot, and not necessarily shoot threes.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you guys? What are these people doing that they get paid to do? It's like it's the same.
Man.
What you
The league is evolved.
The league is involved.
This is about having that talent housed in the organization. The smart people in the organization are no longer the coaches to me. It's the general managers. I mean, Pete, and I didn't think about this. I mean, I really agree with the point you made earlier about the way that they built this team to enable themselves to get a Kevin Durant type player. But people have been arguing and debating about them putting together a super team and whether it's good for the NBA and Kevin Durant's decision. If you were in any profession, if you have an opportunity to get better, to obtain more revenue, to be more successful in your role or as an organization, you got to take that. Yep. So I don't knock Golden State for adding on a Kevin Durant, and now they're going to take the league by storm. Yep. And now it's up to the rest of the NBA to figure out how you're going to beat them. That's fine. I had a problem with Kevin Durant from a competitive standpoint. But outside of that, the game is not building up these pieces, these young guys, and making them into elite players. It's only going to be 2 or 3 elite players that are going to be in the league from the draft every year, and it's going to take a year or 2. There's only a Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis. These guys come once.
Yes, that's exactly.
But here's the thing, though, Dollar. But Golden State actually, with the exception of Kevin Durant, their core pieces were all drafted.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you, Lenise.
That's what Tori is saying.
They actually built their roster old school and gave those guys time to develop and turn into who they are now. And whereas everyone else is trying to do the quick fix, they're trying to get we got to put all these pieces together, or everybody wants to do the LeBron James, I'm taking my talent somewhere else so I can play with all these dudes that are the bomb and we can win rings. But nobody is trying to build
I understand that point.
Is trying to build a team that is long sustaining.
The only way that works is the miracle that Steph Curry became.
I was about to say,
superstar.
Wait a minute.
He wasn't that. He did. This don't happen like this.
We've not seen this. Not this.
Here's the point.
Go ahead, D.
How did you get to that? You get to that by look at the coach that they had when they put those pieces together. The GM and the head coach have to be on the same freaking page. If not, then who knows?
But
so you need.
But to your point, with the GM and coach being on the same page, in Cleveland, the GM, coach, and player is LeBron James.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And that's the problem in Cleveland.
Take that out of it. Take Cleveland off the table. Like D said, look at all the other teams that's in the league. Anthony Davis is an elite player. Look at John Wall, Bradley Beal. Those are elite players. It don't matter. It's any more than just the elite players. The GM to me is who's the genius of Golden State, to Lenice's point.
But to that point in the draft, though, let's be real about this. Klay Thompson wasn't a household name coming out of college.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, I knew about Steph Curry because he almost beat my Kansas Jayhawks in the champion going to the regional finals before seniors of Davis. And I was like, who is this little dude from North Carolina? So I knew Steph Curry had a potential to be an all-star, but where he's playing at this level, they drafted guys that had good shooting skills, dribble skills. They went on the basic concepts of things that you don't see in other teams consistently down the roster.
And basketball knowledge too. Because most of it just the skills of the game. So Draymond is everything.
And I was about to get to Draymond. A lot of teams passed on Draymond. I was about to get to Draymond. A lot of teams passed on him. So when you look at it, it's one of those things where this thing just kind of came together. This doesn't happen often. You know what I'm saying? So now you got all these pieces, and then you can go add a Kevin.
It's a perfect storm.
It's a perfect storm.
And even the ability to add Kevin Durant came with the salary cap spiking at the right time.
Exactly.
Things just fell in line for me. That's why they're gonna be able to sustain this thing for a few years or whatever, though, man. And it happened for him, but at the beginning of it,
Clay's the first one up in 2 years. He's the first one, and then Draymond. So it's and quite honestly,
Steph was up this year.
Yes, Steph's up this year. He's gonna sign an extension.
Yeah, I was like, Steph's up this year, then Klay, then Draymond.
Stephen A. made this point. Sometimes I agree with him. He made a good point. Where he said, I got to put that preface in. But he made a point that there used to be a time where the terrible teams in the league would tank in the hopes of being able to get a good draft pick. But now the mediocre to slightly above average teams, even some of those guys that are on the cusp, are reluctant to make any deals. They just want to stand pat until this wave of Golden State is over before they can spend the money where they can really be competitive. So, I mean, you look at a Boston who just got the number 1 seed in the East. You would think they need a couple pieces to get to elite status, but they're not going to do that. They're going to wait. They're going to build through this draft.
They're trying to trade that pick. Crazy. Let me ask a question. I'm just thinking in this, just like if the Clippers, I'm just going to go there.
There's nobody that can be Golden State.
No. What I was about to say is, if the let's think about this though. If the Clippers would have added,
let's get it going. Game regular season.
So you don't think if the Clippers would add a Carmelo or a Gordon Hayward, they would have a shot?
No.
I
think the Spurs have a better shot if they make some moves.
But no one's gonna survive with Carmelo. I'm sorry, that dude. He can shoot. He's either going to keep you in it or shoot you out of it.
So I was looking at the box scores for these games. Golden State scored, I think, over 115 plus in every single game, except one. They scored 113 points. You have to be able to score at such a high clip where there are very few teams that are equipped to be able to do that. Now, to Oren's point about changing up your style of play, I think that's a great point. Is that the NBA not only is it changing from the standpoint of the personnel decisions that you have to make, but the style of play has to do with, and I mean this isn't new, but moving the ball, having players that can play off the ball. And the problem with LeBron, this is something that I've talked about with regards to LeBron James for a long time, is I think people get caught up and lost in all of these triple doubles and the fact that he's such an all-around player and he's a great facilitator.
Where you going with this?
But the one thing that's a flaw in his game is he has to be dog ball dominant. When he came back to Cleveland, and I was like, all right, you have a true point guard in Kyrie. How is LeBron going to be able to adjust to that? He did. He said, I'm the point guard. And Kyrie, you now with 2. You know what I mean? That's the luxury of playing with a Steph Curry, a Klay Thompson, a Kevin Durant. These guys play off the ball. People are setting screens. They're catch and shoot players. They're off the screen type of players.
Because they also shoot.
LeBron James, give me the ball, dribble in, kick. Let me draw, double team. Let me find an open man. But if he doesn't have the ball, his value on offense,
it goes down, diminishes. No, I agree with that 100%.
And you don't want to make sure you almost nitpick, but when they talk about somebody so much that you start to watch,
Yeah.
Exactly the things you start to see with his game. The reason why he can't play with as a Lakers fan and watching Kobe Bryant for the past, 20 years or whatever, though, man. I saw the things in his game. I saw how Kobe Bryant could play with Shaquille O'Neal. He could play with Pau Gasol. He could play with Andrew Bynum. Because he don't have to be in no certain area. He can operate from all kinds of different places. The reason why LeBron James it's never been a good post player play with him, because he hasn't had the whole lane open to be effective or whatever, though, man.
Yeah.
So that's why Chris Bosh had to turn into a three-point shooter.
Kevin Love had to turn into a three-point
Kevin Love is ineffective now, whatever, though, man. It's his game. You don't want to nitpick on him, but it's the facts or whatever, though, man. And that's,
why can't we just admit it?
Yeah.
Jay isn't consistent. It has not.
It's not. It's because I think the only thing I can think of is because he was just so physically dominant. Other than that, I can't understand why 15 years he wouldn't have gotten a dependable jump shot at this point or whatever, though, man. Just because he can drive.
What you say, Lanice? Go ahead, say Lanice.
I was gonna say, if you watch his game, really, his dropping his shoulder and running to the basket, that's his offensive move. He doesn't have a spin move.
All right.
He does have a spin move. Come on, Lanice. Stop,
I can't believe I agree.
This is starting.
He's got more moves than the ball.
Type of stuff.
I can't believe I agree with Lanice.
For the basket.
So he's
like
like
several
Shaq.
times when
Shaq.
he did a spin move.
So he's like Shaq with some
That's
handle.
actually one of his better moves.
Lanice, I agree with you for once. I can't believe that.
Every now and again, Dion, the clock. That's right. It's cool.
That's right. The truth is, truth.
Look,
Right.
I'll be Jay tonight, Tori. I'm not gonna let y'all sit here and dog that man. Well, I will say this.
Oh, no, dog.
Dogging him, we are making observations on the flaws.
And that man has a spin move. That's like one of the only moves he got. Anyway.
I did see spin. I do see spin. I just had the shoulder.
Okay. He spins before he drops his shoulder and runs to the basket. You're right.
God, see, here we go.
Before he turns into a running back.
Right.
Yeah.
And somehow, someway, he falls into a triple double. Bottom line is, what I was about to say is, to Tori's point.
Shots once he gets up there. He doesn't have any real finesse with it. That's what I'm saying.
But my point is,
like Tristan Thompson.
But what I'm getting to is to your point that Tori and Oren y'all was making is for LeBron James, and this is what I was telling somebody. I'm not gonna sit here and do this comparison and Jordan, all these things. But a lot of people lean towards Jordan for that simple reason of what you just said. Jordan dominated the ball, but Jordan had a consistent jump shot, not a long range shot. But back in those days, you ain't need to run to the 3-point line. You could hit enough twos to beat a team. And what I'm saying is LeBron is not built to play off the ball. He is built. That's why people compare him more to Magic, because he's built more to dominate the ball. The way he plays, the way he's developed his game is, think about it. A lot of his jump shots is when he's jab stepping and then pulling up. There's not a lot of shots where he's coming off a screen, catching and shooting. That's not his game.
Yeah.
So part of that reason why he has to have other guys that can do that is because that's not what he does. You get that to the other side.
That goes back to what I think it was either O or Dollar said when he went back to Cleveland and then Kyrie became the 2.
Right.
Don't do that. Let that man be one.
But what I'm saying is, Dion, you're saying that, it
would work.
But it wouldn't work because that's not his game. That's why
he's gonna do off the ball.
That's why you can put a Durant on any team, because Durant's skill set is completely different. And I'm not saying Durant's better, because I hear some people saying he's better. I'm not going there with y'all. I get it if that's your opinion, but I'm not going there. LeBron is still that dude. He's okay, but that's not his game. Durant has a different game. That's all it is, and that's the game that's winning, right? That free flowing pass dribble shoot.
Game, but he pushed Kyrie to play 2 guards.
I don't think Kyrie is mad about playing 2, because Kyrie get to do the things that he does.
Right.
We're not saying that Kyrie is we're not saying that he's mad at playing that position. But we're saying that isn't necessarily the best thing for the squad.
Right.
that position.
But how can you argue if he's been to the finals? If he's taken Cleveland to the finals 3 straight times, how can you?
And he won championships with that same style. I think
Another,
he just ran into a juggernaut and got the dude never did. A lot of teams would have lost to the Warriors in 5. A lot of teams.
The best finals thing to do is build around LeBron's weaknesses, which is same thing as Russell Westbrook, who averaged a triple-double during the whole season. You have to have shooters around, and people that can score the ball easily.
Not Oladipo.
If you're gonna make a move during the offseason. At first, I was straight up against the Carmelo deal, but find a way to get Carmelo on the squad. Keep Kevin Love, so that when LeBron goes to this is the point I'm making. LeBron goes to the bench, automatically the teams come back on them when they have leads.
I agree with Freeman.
A consistent guy that can score. This guy gets off the bench. So put a Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench as a 6-man or something like that.
Free, you got to talk to him. Free, you got to talk.
No, that's not a good look because you talked about Carmelo. You gotta have the ball.
But I'm talking about when LeBron's not on the. I'm talking about 6-man as a 6-man.
Even still,
he's not gonna play.
So who's gonna be on the court with Melo?
Look, I'm gonna actually give Melo a little bit of props in this because when Melo plays in those Olympic teams, he changes his entire game. He goes to the straight shooter. He does not dominate the ball like that because he can't, and he tends to play a lot better in those elements if you think about it.
But Pete, I agree with that, but you got to look at the Olympics as 2 weeks versus 82 games plus whatever you want to play in the playoffs.
You playing with LeBron. Either you accept your role or you don't. I mean, if I'm gonna sign the check, I'm gonna sign the paper to come there. I know what I'm coming there for. So it's up to him if he does.
I think it's the coaching.
In this hypothetical, is Carmelo getting monopoly money? Because how's he getting paid?
No, what happens? What happens? He wins no trade. He gets out. That's for a contract with Cleveland.
Hey,
someone coaching, and I agree.
Hey, we got our resident KD fan up here. Maisha's in the house. I'm gonna let Maisha get some. You want to comment on your boy KD getting his ring?
I love it.
Hey.
What?
Hey, she been on KD all the whole time. Hey,
since he been at Texas, I loved him. So.
Yeah, so hey, it's all good.
I was saying what he was saying with the Olympics with Melo. I think it's coaching. I mean, he won it in college. He plays great when he had to me. I don't think they have a coach yet that can coach him, that can bring out the best in him.
Yeah.
Who you talking about again? Carmelo?
Carmelo.
Carmelo's uncoachable.
I heard you say it's only a couple of days in the Olympics, but I mean, we talking about we can go back to college where as a freshman he won the tournament. I mean, it's not like he doesn't have the superstar ability. I just think that he hasn't had a coach that has brung it out of him.
Aisha, I agree with you, but I will say this. Carmelo had structure in college. You look at New York. When in the hell has there been structure since?
Exactly. You know you have somebody that's going to ground you. I don't think he's ever had that. In Syracuse, he probably had someone looking over him that can ground him. When he was at Denver, he's the star. He doesn't have anybody who say, Melo, calm down. People probably scared to talk to him. There's no veterans that gonna say, calm your ass down. Whereas if I see Brian all the time telling JR, calm your ass down. That's what I mean. It's no accountability. That's what I mean with the structure. You gotta have somebody to pull him aside and say, look, Melo, what you doing, A, B, and C, that's not gonna happen. You the leader. You supposed to act like a leader.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day with Melo though, and this is what I'll say is with Melo, and just like any other superstar, because the one thing that we always talk about when a superstar and other superstars join together or whatever, we always take what they were where they are, and we don't give them enough credit for being able to change or do something different to where they're going. And I think if Melo had to go somewhere where he actually thought he could win, because think about it, when you're on those Olympic teams and you in the college structure and all that, you think you can win. Oh, I got a good team, so I think I can win. So I don't have to do anything out of the box because this team that I'm playing on, he knows he's playing on an inferior team with the Knicks. So there's no accountability. There's nothing there that's going to make him want to go the extra mile. But you insert him with a player like LeBron or a player like a Chris Paul or these other guys, they change. It's just like when you play pickup ball, right? You play pickup ball, Tori. You go to the gym. You know, you walk in, you get these guys you play with, and you look at your team, you're like, man, I know I ain't winning. You know what I'm saying? You just know you ain't winning. But then the next time you pick up the team, you get the 4 or 5 guys in there that can ball, you change your whole perspective. Your whole demeanor changes when you play. And I think there's stars that will change. I don't know if Carmelo will, but I think he would. If he had a chance to play with LeBron, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you try it? I guess is what I'm getting to.
I think he'd be hungry. I think he'd be hungry if it happened. I think you see him step up on the and
I agree.
Go to win.
Yeah,
he's not going to do anything. He knows it. He don't. At this point,
he stayed with the Knicks.
At this point, he's playing for a paycheck. He's playing for a paycheck. He's not playing for a ring right now.
Right.
And I think that's the difference. He's playing for a paycheck, and to be honest, he can get that paycheck anywhere.
Carmelo's not ring.
I mean,
I don't think he cares.
So they had a talent and an opportunity. It wasn't like they were never making the playoffs like he is with the Knicks. Yeah, now he's probably playing for a paycheck and doesn't care because he knows he's on the downside of his career. Get off of that. But when he was in Denver, that wasn't the case. And what they're saying about Melo now is the same thing they said about him in Denver. He is the common denominator in both of those scenarios. So the first time it happens, it might be a coincidence. But if it's the same thing that's happening every single time, it's a pattern.
Yeah, but what are they saying about him?
But
the only person that I recall saying anything negative about him and his play and him being selfish was George Karl. And George Karl got a track record from a lot of players and not being a good coach himself. And
now George Karl was the first.
But again, if Carmelo goes to a team with a dominant figure, it's the same concept. I'm not trying to say the Olympics is the same as NBA 82 games. But when you go to an Olympic team, you know you're playing with ballers. You're playing with the top ballers in the damn league. So if I go to a team with LeBron and I know the one thing I can't do is score. I don't care what anybody else. I can't maybe play a lot of D. I can't really rebound, but I can put the ball in the hole. And I look up at a team like Golden State. I'm going to look at LeBron and go, let's just try this thing and see what happens. Why not? If y'all can make the money work, I'm going to try it because guess what? I ain't doing nothing in New York but just riding away for the last 5 or 6 years of my career. So I would actually tame my attitude. And I'm just talking and hoping that he's thinking this, tame my attitude to say, because even Stephen A. Smith was like, I'm really surprised they didn't make that move. Like there was no...
I wouldn't make the move. I wouldn't have made the move either for Kevin Love.
Not for Kevin Love. Now, I give you that point. I don't know how they would work it out to try to keep, because if you get rid of Kevin Love, now you down to just one big man, and that's just...
What did they say about Melo and his attitude? Because I haven't really heard much. What was the discussion with that?
I mean, Melo has always had the reputation of being a me first kind of guy who doesn't really get guys together. And it might be because he gets compared to LeBron James. LeBron James has the reputation of making guys better, but that's always been the thing about Melo. He wants his money, he wants his shots, and that's kind of it. And
but you've heard that before, Oren. You're an LA fan. You've heard that before.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how did it work out for Kobe? 5 championships. You tamed it when Kobe got a team. When Kobe had Shaq.
Kobe was always about winning, though. Kobe was always about winning.
But what I'm saying is, he had Shaq. He tamed himself. He still put up numbers. He still balled out. That goes away. He clown. I'm gonna put up my numbers. I don't have a team. I get Paul Gasol. Lamar Odom comes in the picture. I got a team again. He tames himself because they know when they got ballers. You know when you playing with ballers, man. You know when you walk in that training camp. You know this team ain't doing like you said.
Now, Pete, I agree. Pete, I agree with you 100%. I think you're making a great point because, like Oren, you said, Kobe always been about winning from the beginning. But when you get ballers on your team, and then when you win, your reputation changes. When Paul Pierce was on Boston playing with Antoine Walker, he was lazy. He wasn't about winning. All of a sudden, KG and Ray Allen show up. He getting rings, and then he a god in Boston. I mean, these things change when you get talent on
you know, that's like it's the same as when I was with that other sports group until before I joined Double S. I mean, I was showing up late.
I can't stand
rub off on you.
Step up my game, man. You know, I got quality people in here now. You know, so it's, I feel you. I got.
This guy.
You
really?
I can't drop him, Lenise, and look bad in the family, man.
For real, man.
Oh God.
Pete, let me remind you, he's related to you. Okay.
I know he is. That's a dude, man.
Your family, like, for real.
But let's, you know, I don't want to actually. I wanted to at least try to get a little. I mean, anything we should talk about football right now, because it seems like they're trying to force stories on us.
Well, we should already throw out there. Jets are gonna get the first pick in the 2018 draft. I don't watch college like y'all do, but for the first time, I think I'll be watching.
Crazy, man. Yeah, okay. I can't disagree.
Hold on. I'm going to make sure that because, you know, one of the things, you know, Orrin, Rod, and Aisha, we talk about is our teams as far as football. So we got Eagles over here.
Well, I'm about to switch. I'm about to be a champ.
I'm a Skin fan.
So you're Skins. I know Rod is Panthers. I know Orrin is Cowboys. Dion is Buffalo.
5 rings. Ask the niece how many they got.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Also said I'm Buffalo. You know we Miami.
No, not one.
I mean, I'm saying though, you kind of go, you know. I mean, you know we Miami, but I mean you were Buffalo first before. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Are y'all switching to Buffalo? Wait, are you a Deion jumping ship and switching to be Buffalo fans? Is that what you're saying?
No, he was a Buffalo fan growing up until he got drafted by the Dolphins.
Oh.
And then when he got drafted by the Dolphins,
unfortunately,
he had to change that tune a little bit.
Now I'm stuck with the 72 Dolphins that won the Super Bowl because we'll never.
That's the only thing. Hey, man, I'm telling you right now, dude.
So I already expressed my concern for my team.
I'm just happy that we don't have to be a trivia question for a while. We actually made the playoffs last year, so I'm good. You know how they do. Last team that's made the playoffs out of the AFC East is
right.
No, they ain't us.
I'll say this because I just want the to compete.
It's about, hey man. I like I said, I love my Dolphins, but I don't have any. Football season is all about fantasy football for me. I don't even get into it. I'm serious. I don't even. I don't watch regular games. I watch the NFL. I watch the Red Zone. That's it. I don't even watch games.
I take pride in my fantasy, so I know that I can draft.
That's it. I'm rolling with Aaron Rodgers. Look, I feel like a Packers fan. I feel like a Cowboy fan. I'm rolling with Aaron Rodgers and Zeke Elliott.
You know, I like Cleveland's draft. I really did. I enjoyed watching their draft.
Yes, they did.
Well, you had a good draft, but they just got a long way.
Who said something about the Jets? No, you said something about Buffalo, or was it the Jets?
Well, Torrey said he jumped. Where you gonna jump to, Torrey? Who you going to, man?
I'm just going to jump. I'm just going to jump to the same team that played in the same Meadowlands Stadium. So I'm just going to call it Giants Stadium.
You gonna go to the Giants, man? You just gonna go in on? You going from Mets to Yankees too? I see.
You gonna leave the whole AFC altogether?
Hey, Rod, I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't sleep on your boy from Stanford, man. I think he's gonna be all right, man.
Yeah. Yes.
McCaffrey gonna be all right. He got.
Y'all giving me hope. My concern is, are we gonna be able to use him? The talent clearly is there because one of y'all has told me, either in the chat or offline, that okay, y'all got a good pick.
Yeah.
But my offensive coordinator.
Who's your team free? Who's your team free?
He's Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah, but I think your boy Newton, he got the blonde joint going on right now. I don't think it's gonna be good for y'all, man.
He might as well have been.
He had that last year too, so.
Oh man, I didn't notice it last year. It seems more pronounced this year.
I don't pay attention to Cam, man. I'm done with it.
Like he worried about his swag this year.
I think Carolina needs.
Don't forget the romper dollar. He started this whole male romper thing too.
Oh, first of all,
Newton was wearing the romper too.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. As soon as I saw that verbalized on Facebook, I saw the word romper. at that point in time, I was like, I don't even know what that is. So I'm not.
Well,
I think
I posted a picture in the Facebook group because I was
I
like,
didn't look at that.
you have on a onesie.
Yeah, I didn't look at that.
I'm not even understanding how that works because most women don't look good in onesie. So why would a grown man put that on?
if Carolina,
you need hips for a romper. That's just my opinion.
Well, I'm about to. I'm about to sign off here. It's a little late. I won't even. I will leave the look. By the time we meet again, if Kaepernick hasn't found a job, then we can get back into that. So.
Okay.
I don't get
21. 21 is the last count I heard. They said 21 quarterbacks got a job this summer, man, and not him.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. Somebody is going down in the preseason OTAs, workouts. Somebody's going to go down somewhere. So we just got to bide our time. He's going to be like when they picking out.
Thoughts and prayers.
When they picking out, winners, doing that pick, he's gonna be the last kid picked for the team. But he's gonna get there.
Yeah, Tim Tebow's still out there.
Yeah, and we still have Matt Moore. So let's.
You know what? That's it. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. We'll do this again next week.
Peace out.
All right.
Peace.